Oh, hello. Welcome to another episode of Mo Knowledge.
Today, we're going to be talking about what I like to call America's COVID relief clusterfuck, in a manner similar to animated Samuel L. Jackson looking for his supersuit. Americans are wondering, where is our second wave stimulus check? Bipartisan lawmakers have been working for weeks on a roughly $900 billion package of coronavirus aid, much of which has already been agreed upon. However, lawmakers are still in negotiations over how to work out arguably the two most important components. One, funding for state and local aid, and two, what sort of legal protections to provide businesses, schools, and other entities operating during the pandemic. As of now, it's unlikely that the ultimate bipartisan solution will include a second stimulus check like the one we received in spring. Congressional Republicans are about as uncomfortable with spending money as hankies are with touching Rudy Giuliani's face. However, lawmakers with souls are still pushing for a second stimulus to be included, and if it is, it could happen before Christmas. Meanwhile, the White House is coming up with an alternate stimulus proposal of its own. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said that this package includes $600 direct payments, plus an additional $600 per child. Wow, that's so generous. Then, as if those two options weren't already convoluted, Senator Majority and NEC Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has thrown his own relief plan into the ring. His proposal includes a smaller $500 billion deal that focuses on helping businesses stay afloat while limiting their legal exposure to coronavirus-related lawsuits. It also aims to address a temporary extension of unemployment and provide vaccine distribution funding. However, like the bipartisan package, McConnell's idea currently lacks any mention of a stimulus check. Now, mind you, all of this debate is happening as the U.S. reaches over 15 million COVID cases. And, as news has broken that the Trump administration turned down the chance to secure more of the Pfizer vaccine and will probably need to wait until June or July to procure doses beyond their initial order of 100 million. So now, let's talk about why, other than the total obvious, Americans desperately need more COVID federal aid. First off, there are still 9.8 million fewer jobs than there were before the pandemic began, which is actually more jobs than were lost after the financial crisis of 2008. Number two, the employment rate for low-wage workers has fallen 20% from its pre-pandemic level. Plus, about 12 million people are at risk of losing jobless aid at the end of the month when certain programs expire. And finally, the cherry on top of the shit sandwich, small businesses are closing at a higher rate since the initial forgivable loan money that the government gave to small businesses was only meant to cover about 8 weeks of expenses. That means that money ran out over the summer, and there hasn't been anything else to replace it. Truthfully, all I can say is that I hope our lawmakers come to their senses about all of these things at stake sooner rather than later. And by sooner, I mean before I hear the clickety-clack of Santa and his reindeer upon the roof of my apartment complex. Yes, I do still believe in Santa. Sue me! Well, that's all for this week. Remember, Mo Knowledge is Mo Power, and stay home, stay home, stay home. Stay the fuck in your house, lock the door, batten the hatches. I just don't go anywhere, okay? There's a literal fucking pandemic outside, and you're going out there with that